welcome back to the 2018 crochet along, where you get a granny square every day for 365 days. Today we're on day number 58, and this one is called Ring Around a New Year. And this is the swatch I worked up, of course, with the ugly yarn, because as most of the time I normally work up swatches in ugly yarn. So anyway, as you begin to work this, you will see that it actually kind of does look like the Chinese New Year. Anyway, you can't really tell with the ugly yarn, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Grab your hook, grab your yarn. You're going to chain 4 and join into the very first chain to make a ring or do a magic ring. Then you're going to chain 3 or do a chainless double crochet. And then you're going to work 11 more double crochets into your circle, giving you 12 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Make sure to count that you have them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Okay, so that's round 1. Round 2, we're going to be working in the back loop only this entire round. So you're going to join into the back loop. If you did a chain 3, you will join into the top of your 3rd chain. If you did this chainless double crochet, join into the back loop with a slip stitch and then chain 1. Then you're going to work 2 single crochets into that same stitch. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. You're going to work 2 single crochets in the back loop only of every stitch around. And when I've done that, I will get right back with you. You should have 24 single crochets all the way around. Alright, so I've worked 24 single crochets, 2 single crochets in each back loop only stitch. So now you're going to join into the back loop of your very first single crochet with a slip stitch. Then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to single crochet into that same back loop stitch that you just joined into. Now you're going to single crochet into the front loop of the next stitch. So you see we have the 2 stitches here. It looks like a V. That is your back loop. This is your front loop. You're going to work a single crochet into the front loop. Then you're going to work a single crochet into the back loop of the next stitch, and then in the next stitch in the front loop. Next stitch, back loop. You're going to repeat this all the way around, alternating front to back. And the reason for this is because on our next round we are going to be working into those stitches that we didn't work into. So since I just worked into this front loop, on the next round we're going to be working into the back loop, and so on and so forth. Just like in this back loop here, when we get to the next round, we're going to work into the front loop. So once I've finished going back and forth here, front, back, I will get right back with you. Be sure that you are alternating in every single stitch, because this is important for the next round. You should have 24 single crochets when you're done. And when I have done this, I will be right back with you. Okay, so I've worked all the way around, going back and forth between front loop and back loop. Now, do not join your work. If you have, pull it out to your last stitch here, and then I'll explain to you why. When we first in this round, when we first joined, we joined into the back loop. We left that front loop open, as you can see right here. We're going to slip stitch into that stitch. If you can't find it, you'll have to look through the back here to find it. But you can see this is your first stitch, and you worked into that loop right there. Now you're going to slip stitch into the front loop of that stitch from the previous round right there. We're going to slip stitch into that stitch. Sorry if you hear my children in the background. They're a little crazy sometimes. Okay. So now from here you're going to chain 3 or do a chainless double crochet. Now you're going to work a double crochet into the back loop in the back of your work. So if you turn your work around, you'll see we have all these back loops that we didn't work into when we did our single crochets. We're working into those back loops. Okay? So find your back loop on the next stitch. Here's our front. We worked into the front loop here on the last round. So now we're going to pull our work down and find that back loop. And we're going to work a double crochet into that back loop. And then we're going to come back to the front and we're going to work a single crochet, or I'm sorry, a double crochet into that front loop that we didn't work into. And then we're going to do this all the way around. As you can see, we have front loops here, 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 here. We'll be putting double crochets into them. And if you turn your work around, you will see that we have the back loops from the previous round here, here. And if you can't find them, spread your work and they should pop up. You should be able to see them. Okay, so let's go ahead and work the next one. Double crochet into the back loop. Since we just worked into the front, we're going to find the back loop that we didn't work into from the last round and work into that. And then we're going to work a double crochet into the front loop that we didn't work into from the last round. And then into the back loop. Repeat this all the way around. You should have 24 double crochets. Once I have done this and completed this, I will get back with you before joining. Okay. So I've worked all the way around, alternating back and forth, back and forth. You should be ending with a double crochet in the back loop only in the back of your work as your last stitch. If you did a chain 3, you're going to join into your third chain. If you did the chainless double crochet, you're going to join into the back loop. Chain 1, and then work 2 single crochets into it. You're then going to work into the front loop only of your double crochet, the next double crochet, putting 2 single crochets into it. And then work into the back loop of your next stitch, putting 2 single crochets in that. Come back to the front loop and put 2 single crochets in that. You're going to repeat this all the way around, alternating back and forth, front loop, back loop, putting 2 single crochets in. When you're done, you should have 48 single crochets. Once I have completed this, I will be back with you to explain how we're going to join with a slip stitch. Okay, so I've worked all the way around, 2 single crochets, front loop, 2 single crochets, back loop, alternating back and forth. I now have 48 single crochets. So now you're going to join into the front loop of the stitch that we didn't work into when we first started this round. When we started, you recall we started in the back loop. Well, that left the front stitch open, the front loop open. So if you did a chain 3, you're going to join into that part right there with the chain 1 or with a slip stitch. If you did the chainless double, go ahead and join with a slip stitch into that. And then you're going to chain 3 or a chainless double crochet. Okay, and now you're going to work another double crochet into this stitch. Now if you flip your work over like we did before, you're going to work into all those back loops that we didn't work into when making our single crochets that you can see right here. Okay, so now we're going to go back, and same with the front, all those front loops that we didn't work into, we're going to be working into those. So now we're going to put 2 double crochets into the back loop. Mine just so happens to be right there. And we're going to come back to the front, and we're going to put 2 double crochets into the front loop that we didn't work into. And then back to the back, find that loop that you didn't work into and work into it. And then come back to the front and do this. You're repeating this process all the way around, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, And you're going to do this all the way around. I will get back with you when I've worked all the way around, and I will show you where we're going to join. Alright, so I've worked 2 double crochets in the back loop, 2 double crochets in the front loop. I now have 48 double crochets. So now we're going to join into the back loop of, if you did the chainless double crochet, you're going to work into the back loop of your chainless double crochet, a slip stitch. If you did the chain 3, then you will join into your 3rd chain. Okay, round 7. Yes, round 7. Okay, so now we're going to repeat round 3. So we're going to chain 1 and single crochet into the same stitch. Now we're going to come to the front, and we're going to work a single crochet in that stitch, in the front loop only. Single crochet into the back loop of the next, single crochet into the front loop next. Back, single crochet, front, single crochet. Repeat this all the way around till you have 48 single crochets alternating, and I will be right back with you when I have completed my round of 48 single crochets alternating in the back loop to the front loop. Alright, so I've worked around alternating. I have 48 single crochets. If you did I have not joined yet. If you did the chainless double crochet, you're going to join into the front loop. If you did the chain 3, you'll join into the chain 3. So join into the front loop here with a slip stitch, chain 3, or do a chainless double crochet. Now you're going to work another double crochet into that same front loop stitch. And then you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to work 2 more double crochets into that same stitch. Now you're going to go to the back of your work, and you're going to work a double crochet in the back loop. So turn your work, find your back loop that you didn't work into. Mine just so happens to be right here. And we're going to put a double crochet into it. Then you're going to come to the front and put a double crochet into the front loop that wasn't worked into from the last round. And then go back again to the back, work a double crochet into the back, come back to the front, work it in the front. Okay, we're going to do this 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 more times. Horrible at math. I have to count on my fingers. I know it's silly, but I'm actually not really horrible at math, but okay. This is not a math lesson. This is a crochet tutorial. Alright, so let's go back to the back. We're at 4. So, find my back loop. There it is, 4, 5, 6 in the front, 7 in the back, 8 into the front, 9 in the back, 10 is in the front, and then we're going to work 1 more double crochet into the back loop, and then we're going to come back to the front, and we're going to work our corner into the front loop as 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then right back into that front loop, 2 more double crochet. Alright, and now we're going to work into the back. I actually have to find mine, y'all. There it is. It's in right there. Okay. So there's 1, come back to the front, 2, go back to the back, 3, come back up to the front, 4, go to the back, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1 more in the back gives us 11, and then we're going to work our corner in the front loop as 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. 1, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Okay, and then you're going to repeat this process all the way around, working your last corner when you get over here, and I will get back with you when I've worked all the way around and we're getting ready to join. So you're going to start in the back loop. After this corner here, you're going to start in the back loop, come back to the front, back, front, back, front, back, front. You're going to do that 11 times, ending in the back, and then you'll come to the front, put your corner in here, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and then you'll go on to the back with a double crochet in the back, a double crochet in the front, 11 times across, and I will get back with you when I have done that. Alright, so I've worked all the way around. I've finished my corners. I've been alternating back and forth. You should be ending with a double crochet into the back loop from in the back of your work. Now you're going to join with a slip stitch. If you did a chain 3, you'll just simply join a slip stitch into your 3rd chain. If you did the chainless double, you're going to go through all stitches and join with a slip stitch. Chain 1. Work 1 single crochet into your stitch that you just joined into, 1 single crochet in the next, 3 single crochets in your corner, and then work 1 single crochet in every stitch across. And then when you get to your next corner, you will work 3 single crochets in your corner, and then along each side you'll work 1 single crochet in each stitch across. And you're going to repeat that all the way around to the beginning and join with a slip stitch into your first single crochet. And I will get right back with you when I have done this. Alright, so I've worked a single crochet in every stitch around, working 3 single crochets into my corners. If your square is not quite 6 inches, this next round is optional. You do not have to do this next round. It's only if you want to, or if your square isn't the right size, you go ahead and do that. So you're going to chain 2 and work a half double crochet into the next stitch. Work a half double crochet into your next stitch, and then you're going to work a half double crochet, 3 half double crochets in that second stitch of the 3 single crochets that you did in the corner. The second one, you're going to work 3 half double crochets into it. 2, 3. Now work a half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and you're going to repeat this all the way around. And again, this round is totally optional. You do not have to do it if you do not wish, but you're going to work 1 half double crochet in every stitch across. Then when you get to your corner 3 single crochets, you're going to put 3 half double crochets into the second stitch there. So do that all the way around if you want to. I'm going to, and when I'm finished, I will show you what it looks like. Alright, so I've worked all the way around, so go ahead and join with a slip stitch into your beginning half double crochet or into your second chain of your chain 2, whichever you prefer on that method there, because now we are finished. And this is what we have. Let me give it a good pull here and there, and mine now actually looks more like a square because I added that extra row of half double crochet there. So this is what we have. And this actually, this pattern, it is so pretty. I think it would look really good if you kept going with copying the rounds like we did here, making it bigger and bigger and bigger, and then actually turning it into a pillow. And you know, and obviously at the end you would start to make it square, just like we did here with these last 2 rounds. So there it is, y'all. This is number 58, Ring Around a New Year. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because every day we post a new video. And here soon we have a end of the month special YouTube bonus square coming up. Yay! Anyway, so if you have questions or comments, leave them down below and we will get to them as soon as we possibly can. And until next time, y'all, happy hooking!